Welcome to Lesson 3. To complete the list of original vowels, I selected a word that contains many of the shapes in the same word. The word is used in the Bible, in the book Exodus, the second book according to Moses, chapter 16, verse 25. The pronunciation of the word in modern Hebrew is ichluhu. Let's see how that looks. The source, Exodus chapter 16, and we see the spelling of the word, ichluhu is the modern Hebrew pronunciation, ichluhu. And we see that it has 4 shapes. The shape that we learned already, a simple dot under the letter that makes the sound E. The second letter has a vowel of a pair of dots, and this pair of dots, how do you explain which vowel this is? It means only the letter. In fact, the name of this symbol is the idea of lacking. It lacks any vowel sound. The third vowel is an angle of 3 dots descending on an angle. And in modern Hebrew, that's pronounced U. So we combine it with the letter Lu. Lu. That's the modern Hebrew pronunciation. And the final letter has another symbol. And in modern Hebrew, it's pronounced Hu. So that completes a group of vowels. In the pure group of vowels, this word helps us to complete our list. In the original pronunciation, we already learned about the name No-A that uses 2 of the symbols, No-A, and this is preserved in the book Josephus Flavius, preserved in a name, and we see 2 of the symbols. This symbol we have preserved in a book 1,000 years ago, a commentary of Rabbi Shlomo. He preserves this shape, the 2 lines connected. He preserves this as an open mouth, like the English word Bob, the name Bob, or the verb to Bob. The simple line is preserved in the name No-A, as preserved in Josephus. And the dot above the letter is again preserved in the same name. And the final group is in the word that we learned today. And based on the evidence, the pronunciation of this word is very repetitive. The word that means eat that we learned today in Exodus would be pronounced ich-li-hi. And that's based on the evidence in the book of Genesis, chapter 32. It's preserved in a name place. And another hint to it is in the book Leviticus. In the book Leviticus chapter 1, we compare several of the verses in chapter 1, and we see the evidence that the original form of the vowels was pronounced ich-li-hi. A later phase separated the simple line into 2 shapes, perhaps to add variety or to mimic neighboring languages. We can speculate on the reason. And this change is preserved in the name. In modern Hebrew, we would pronounce that name Avimelech. That would be the name, the way it's pronounced in modern Hebrew. And there was a split. We won't go into the details, but in the original Hebrew, the last letters would have been pronounced similar to melech, melech, as was preserved in Josephus in the name Noah. And the source about the word eat, again, is in Exodus chapter 16. The source about the sound of E is preserved in the book of Genesis chapter 32, verses 31 and 32. In the Hebrew, we can see the remnant of the pre-alteration stage before they changed it. And another example in the book of Leviticus chapter 1, when we compare verses 6 to verse 13 in the Hebrew, we can discover the remnant, how it was originally before the later Jews made alterations. They did not preserve the original, but luckily we have hints to identify the original one before they changed it. And that concludes today's lesson to complete the list of vowels in the original form. Thank you.